Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing Who's at the Door. This was a suggestion from one of my subscribers. Looks very interesting. Looks like just like a reading game, which is a good video to start off with because I've been gone forever and I just got a brand new mic. Just fixed everything up yesterday. So let me know in the comments how it sounds. But honestly, I just really want to hop into it, boys. So if you guys like the video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. If you hated the video, give me a dislike. Let me know what I can improve on. But other than that, boys, let's hop into it. Oh God, so much reading. I'm gonna be cooked, boys. I suck at reading. All right. Who's at the door? I was a 28-year-old female and lived alone at the time. It was around 5 p.m. when I arrived at home from working at the office. It was just an ordinary day at the job, nothing eventful. Coming home didn't give me the normal warmth my old home gave me, as I had only just recently moved away from my parents, so I was still getting the feel for it. I loved my home. It was a perfect place for me because it was a small home in a suburban neighborhood and it seemed very quiet and peaceful. Okay. Uh okay. Where's this game going? One of my subscribers actually recommended this game, so and this dude recommends me some crazy shit, so I'm expecting this game to be fucking insane. I was getting hungry, so I decided to start preparing a small dinner for myself. My mom gave me her recipe to cook beef and cheddar casserole. Where is this? Missouri? Kansas? God, dude, my wife makes casseroles. When I was moving out, since it was my favorite dish of hers, head to the kitchen. The fuck is that? An oven? Okay. Water. I preheated the oven to 425. Oiled up the baking dish I was going to use. I also got a pot of water and started boiling it on the stove. I had some ground beef in the fridge that I had bought the day before the supermarket. Oiled up the dishing pan, pot of water, started boiling it. Okay. Wow, look at this, man. It's like $600 worth of groceries in here. I opened the fridge and got the ground beef as well as the cheddar and Parmesan cheese. Red bell pepper, sour cream. I placed them on the counter behind me. I also went to get egg noodles, some scallions, and a can of diced tomatoes. I prepared all the ingredients in a couple of minutes and they were ready to be cooked. All right, let's head back. The water had started to boil at this point. I threw in some salt and added the egg noodles in. I also went to heat the olive oil in a large skillet over a medium high heat. Is this a recipe book? Like fuck is this game? I also went to heat the olive oil in a large skillet over medium high heat. I added the ground beef and cooked it while stirring for a few minutes. After I added the bell pepper and scallions, the cooked until it was tender. Once tender, I added tomato paste and sprinkled Italian seasoning with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I added diced tomatoes, stirred and brought to simmer. It looks like the noodles were done cooking. Okay, I don't know if I'm be reading everything at this point. I drained the noodles after they were done cooking. I added them to the baking dish. It's sour cream, parmesan, 1/4. Okay. I don't. Someone just beat like fucking clock me. What was that sound? I poured the beef mixture over the noodles and sprinkled it in grated cheese. I baked the middle for 20 minutes until the cheese melted and the edges were bubbling. Now that it was in the oven, I could go wash up after a long day. Ooh, well, first you got to use the toilet. What is this? What the hell is this? Like a Bible? Okay. I went pee in the toilet. Go back. Now we wash our hands. I wash my face in the sink. Something gonna pop up here? No. Okay. Now we go back to the kitchen. Wow. I pulled the beef and cheddar casserole out the oven and it looked amazing. The cheese was nicely melted and smelled great. I scooped out a portion of the baking dish and went to watch television. Did I get trolled on this game? I think I've been trolled. Uh, Again, just watch the news, man. The news is interesting. Okay. The news was showing an article about a recent stirrings of unsettling events that raised alarms about the potential dangers of opening the door to unknown individuals, highlighting the critical importance of vigilance and caution to daily interactions. Incidents involving deceptive strangers gaining entry into homes under false pretenses have sparked fear and concern among residents, prompting authorities to issue urgent safety advisories. In a particularly chilling case, a local family fell victim to the disturbing home invasion after an individual posing as a service technician gained access to the resident under the guise of performing routine maintenance. Oops. Once inside, the imposter revealed malicious intention, terrorizing the family and abscond, I don't know what the fuck that is, with valuable possessions, leaving the family emotionally traumatized and shaken. Jesus Christ. Further investigations have revealed further reports in neighboring communities indicated a disturbing pattern of criminal exploiting unsuspecting victims and manipulating their trust and hospitality. In some instances, perpetrators have resorted to sophisticated schemes, including impersonation, reputable professionals, delivery personnel, and emergency service providers to gain entries into private residences. I think I've been trolled, boys. Like, fucking Jesus Christ. Law enforcement authorities have urgently warned residents, emphasizing the importance of verifying the identity of individuals claiming to provide service or assistance before gaining them access to the homes. They have urged blah 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 blah. Background checks of familiar blah blah blah. In response to the alarming incidents, community leaders, neighbor watch groups, blah 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 blah, they have encouraged residents to prioritize safety and implementing proactive measurements such as establishing neighborhood watch programs and fostering open communication, blah, 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 blah. All right, man, that was great. The recent unsettling events serves as a stark reminder that an act of opening doors, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so don't open doors, it's not safe. Man, I just watched a news article on this. Got to investigate the knocking first. All right. You decide to go there, and then it's an older man and a woman. Uh, I mean, we have to figure out what's going on, right? Okay. It did not get killed. You opened the door and greeted friendly faces. Hello, nice to meet you. We are the Smiths. We're your next door neighbors to the right. We haven't had the time in the past few days to meet you, the older man said. Ah, yes, nice to meet you, you replied. I've been busy myself the past few days. I'm still getting used to the area. Thank you for taking the time to meet me this evening. Have you guys ever gone and knocked on your like neighbors' doors and introduced yourself? Is that a normal thing? I've never done that. I avoid my neighbors here. I no interest in talking to them. Have you guys do that? Let me know in the comments. Um, oh, it's a pleasure is ours. And oh, you're such a beautiful young lady. The lady cheerfully expressed. I hope you don't mind us coming to your door to meet you. I would love to get to know you better over a nice cup of tea. If you save yourself over the weekend, you come over. You felt the war, blah 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 blah. All right, we better get going now, Diane. We still have dinner to prepare. Alrighty, George. Lady reply. Sorry to disturb you. Hope we could have a nice chat. All right, whatever. Close the door. After the friendly conversation with your neighbors, you decide to go back to the kitchen, cleaning up after dinner. After cleaning up everything you used to cook dinner in the kitchen, you move to the bedroom and continue unpacking the boxes. You meticulously arrange each item in its designated place. The room slowly transformed from a sterile space into a warm, inviting sanctuary, echoing the promises of new beginning and the sweet anticipations of new memories to make. Holy shit, this reading. Bruh, the hell is this? After arranging the bed, you hear knocking on the door. You wonder why it knocks at the door. Such a quiet neighborhood. I already know he's gonna kill me. Like I know it's gonna happen, but we have to do it, right? After feeling sympathetic, let the man in. Thank you very much. You wait patiently. This man calls someone to help with his car. Oh no, did not see this one coming. The room grew colder and the man ended the call. The predatory smile danced across his lips. In an instant, the facade shattered. He lunged at you with the air thick and sudden brutality of the attack. Panic and terror gripped you as you surrounding of your home turned into a twisted battleground. The struggle intensified, furniture clashed, and the man malevolent laughter echoed through the hall with all your strength warning. You managed to break free momentarily. So, man, we attacked that bitch. Decided to grab a vase nearby and smash it over the man's head. The man became dazed after it shatters. and slow and disoriented, trying to get up. You sprinted towards the front door, your trembling hands fumbling with the knob. Ooh. You are outside. Where do you go? We talked to the neighbors, but they're old people, so they're not going to be helpful. Run to our car. Our keys are in the house. Shed is dumb. We run down the street, boys, and yell. What the fuck is up with this dude's lips? With all your strength, you can muster. You run down the street. And unfortunately, nobody is willing to help you, and the man catches up. You meet your demise. The man pulls a knife from his pocket. Is the last thing you see. What the fuck? Okay. Back to choice. Well, we gotta let the man use the phone again. You wait patiently. Yeah, he wigs out. You beat the shit out of him again. Run outside. Go to the neighbors. Run to the left. Bruh. You run to your demise, and the man pulls out. Wait, your neighbors on the left desperately plead for help at the door. Unfortunately, nobody comes to the door. Damn, dude. All right, we got to use the phone again. Wait patiently. Fuck this dude's weird laugh. Attack him. Run to the neighbors. We're gonna go right this time. With all your strength you can muster, you run to the door. Unfortunately, the Smiths opened the door. They brought you in a while. You're trying to explain afterwards. Diane called the police. They were able to explain the situation to them, and George went outside to investigate your house with his gun ready. It feels like an eternity comes to an end to hear science, please. Fortunately, when George went to investigate the house, the man was nowhere to be found. The police arrived shortly after. They were unable to find the man. So the man was never found. That was the end of the game. Okay, let's go back to choices. What if I don't let him use the phone? You choose. Why is this music still going? Jesus Christ. This music's loud as shit. You choose. You close the door on the man and walk away. You decide to go back to what you were doing the rest of the night. Later that night, police sirens blaring through the neighborhood. You look at the window to see flashing lights at your house. Upon your investigation, the elderly couple stood no chance against the man. They were decimated to hear about the Smiths died instead. Holy shit. Back to your choice. Let the man use my phone. I wait patiently. Whatever. I run. In that fleeting moment of respite, you sprint towards the door, trembling. The man quickly recovered. Blah, blah. The man's blah, 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 blah. As a minute of an eternity. So I just die. Okay. Okay, wait patiently. Go here. Attack. Go outside. Run to your car. Okay. Alright. Alrighty, boys. I think I'm gonna call it here. This is Who's at the Door. My first video back. Let me know what you guys thought about mostly the audio levels. That's kind of why I wanted to play this game first. I just got a brand new microphone. I just want to make sure it sounds pretty well before I start other games. I hopefully plan on doing at least 1 or 2 videos a week. Hopefully I'll have something out next this week. And then I plan on next week, because kids go back to school next week, thank God. I plan on uploading, like I said, at least 2 videos a week. So please let me know in the comments what you thought about this. I'm back, hopefully. But honestly, other than that, boys, I'll see you guys on the next one.